We're standing in front of the top 40 index, pretty much red across the board, apart from ShopriteTiger Tiger Brands, and of course Capital Shopping Centre as well. So pretty much in negative territory, but we've got the DAX in positive territory. FTSE is negative. Dow Jones is sitting in positive.
It happens every now and again.
Yeah.
Where you've got some South African market down 2%, but you look at the American market and say, well, why aren't we following them? I think if you have to look back a little bit, 3 days or 4 days, you'll see that we weren't in line as well. I think yesterday we had pretty negative American markets, but we had the South African Stock Exchange only down slightly. So we're just playing catch up at the moment. So tomorrow is probably going to be a positive day. So it's just extreme volatility again. I mean, when I left the office to come here, markets were down about 1%, and now I arrive, it's down 2%. So within a period of an hour, we saw the massive sell-off when overseas markets opened up. So very, very volatile markets all around.
Let's go through some of the numbers here. Richemont is down 5.25%, Naspers is down 5.25%, and most of the banks under significant pressure today. I mean, the banking sector shedding significant ground, down over 3%. Why are we starting to see a reversion back to some of these stocks? Because we saw the resources coming under pressure, and now it seems that the negativity is shifting to industrials and resources and banks.
I think everybody wants to find a specific reason, and it's very, very difficult to say why did one stock go down a specific day. I mean, I didn't see any specific news out in Richemont. I mean, their business plan hasn't changed in the last day, but their stock price is down 5%. I think it's purely, trading levels that are being reached at the moment. You know, traders selling at higher levels, trying to buy back at lower levels at the moment, because that's what this market is currently. It's more trading market, very, very volatile. So I'm not going to look too much into those, but Richemont back at the early 38 level and Naspers back down to say 330. It starts reaching a base again, and probably next time I'm here we'll see those stocks back up above their level. So I'm not going to look too deeply into that, but it did surprise me to see the markets down another percent in literally the last hour of trade.
Telkom out with a trading update.
Yes.
Headline earnings per share possibly down by 40%.
Yeah, we spoke about this last time when they came out with results, and the whole idea is that ATA is really taking up a lot of cash at the moment. It's a whole new business. Analysts do predict that they would continue to make losses for at least the next 3 to 4 years. So it's not unexpected, but it certainly hurts. And even besides ATA and the loss there, to still see what Multilinks did to the business, as well as I think the other part of the business is My Way Africa or something, I think it's called, didn't do very, very well. So again, I still feel that's a stock to steer clear of for the moment, and wait and see what happens with their mobile operations before getting involved.
And
there.
if they turn around their mobile operations, would that then be a reason for you to buy into the stock? And of course, they're still in early phases. I mean, business has just literally kicked off.
Absolutely,
When
I think it's
going to take 5 years.
It's basically step back, wait and see attitude for the moment. I know you can say there's a lot of opportunity potential there, but with this kind of uncertainty in the market, I'm looking for more secure things rather than the potential of something happening in the near future. I think we need to look at cell phone companies. It's still a very, very competitive market in South Africa and elsewhere in Africa, and Telkom still has to deal with that at the moment. So I'd rather be looking at the likes of MTN and Vodacom before running into Telkom currently.
Jubilee also out with a trading update today. We know headline earnings per share going to come under pressure, but revenue looking quite strong.
Well, there's an interesting thing. I think we need to understand that Jubilee, and I think Wesizwe also released results today. They're still junior miners, and in many cases they were explorers. They're now moving one step further. Now, with Jubilee's case, they're still exploring, but they did buy into some smelting operations. So that's why their revenue was up quite nicely, because they got a lot of money from the smelting side of their business. But the actual earnings was down heavily because they had to pay for that, of course. So that was money that left their balance sheet. So obviously they had to clear a loss there. On Wesizwe's side, we need to understand that they've only just recently received the cash to actually go ahead with their mine now in May. Then mine finally breaking ground in June. So they still need to build a mine, basically. So again, they will be showing losses as well until they see some production there. Again, there's opportunity, but I would still steer clear of those kind of mines at the moment, purely because of the uncertainty.
You're talking about safe stocks. Tell us what is safe for you.
Well, what is safe is, you can see food is pretty safe. I mean, you've got Shoprite and Tiger Brands. Shoprite's
that could change tomorrow, though.
That could change tomorrow, but in general, if you look at them, they've actually held up fairly well. So I would say your staples, food, your defensive, South African breweries, as far as I can understand, is still holding up fairly well. British American Tobacco won't be on this list, even though it's the biggest company by far out of these. That's doing tremendously well. So you really need to go a little bit more boring. And if you're looking at growth, you'll have to bring in volatility to your portfolio, and that will still be the resource shares. I think if you're looking at good quality stock like Exxaro and Kumba, you're doing well. And Richemont is a good buy at 38 Rand. Maybe drops to 36, you can buy a few more there. I am a holder of that stock, so I'll definitely be buying at 36, 38. Got no problem with that. Interesting enough, luxury goods are actually still doing very, very well throughout this period. So those are the stocks I would be looking at for